Hey guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel for my first advent calendar video. So I'm doing a mini series in the next couple of weeks where I'm showing you all the advent calendars that I purchased this year in an individual video so you can see a good thorough review in case you are wanting to purchase one. If you want to see an all-around roundup video, I am going to do that at the end, comparing all of them, including the ones that I've done in previous years, so that way you can have a full grasp of what to look for and you can figure out which one works best for you, your budget, what you are looking for. So today we are doing one that I'm really excited about, and I hope it's still available when I'm filming this. You may just be watching just because you're curious, is it worth the hype? So we are going over the Reverie advent calendar. This is a very small Australian brand and it was quite pricey to get it here. And I ended up paying like over $100 for this one. So it is a pretty pricey item, but this one does have 24 puzzles in it. They are all mini puzzles, but they are 150 pieces. So we're just going to open this up, look at it in depth, do a couple of the puzzles, show you some of the images, give you a good idea of what to expect from this and whether or not I like it. So that's what we're doing today. And if you're not a Christmas celebrator, don't worry, there will be other content in the next couple weeks where you can have other puzzles that are not Christmas related. So just wanted to mention that, but thank you so much, and let's just get into this. Alrighty, here is the puzzle box, which is so cute. This would easily be on a shelf like a book, which is like their whole vibe, but the box itself is absolutely stunning. On the cover, we just have the name of the advent calendar. It's 24 mini puzzles. They're supposed to be 150 pieces each, and they have this really pretty image right here, and I love the packaging. It looks like the illustrator is Lucy L. And let's just go to the side. Again, looks like a book binding, which is absolutely adorable. And then on the back, it does look like it has some information about the curation. So let's open it up. We have, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So we have a bronze colored interior cover, and then we have all the puzzle boxes, which look like they are in order from 1 through 24, and it looks like there's like a divider in between the layers, which is actually really helpful because I have the one from New York Puzzle Company, and this is something that they don't do, and so sometimes it can just a little disorganized, you know, nothing crazy, but I do like just that small little detail, which I appreciate. So we're gonna start off with day number 1, which looks like it's called Gingerbread Library. So even like in this part of the box, it looks like it's supposed to be like a little library shelf or bookshelf, which is super cute. So we're going to take this one, and it does look like inside it is also the same color as this, so that's super cute. And we're just going to start off with this one here. Hopefully you can see this. I know I just put it on white, which is probably not the best idea, but here is the little small box. Smaller than a deck of cards, so definitely like a mini micro type of puzzle. The information on it is pretty much similar to what you saw in the box, just some safety information. And then this one is called Gingerbread Library. These are tiny. I would say even smaller than micro puzzles, maybe about the same, but they do have the variation in piece shape, which micro puzzles do not have, which can be a good or bad thing because sometimes they can be a little flimsy if they have different piece shapes. But as far as I can tell, these all seem fine, but they definitely are much smaller than I was expecting, which for me on a bad day might be hard. That's because I do have some gripping issues for RA. So we're just going to see how this one comes out. Again, super tiny. I'm not sure how big these are supposed to end up, but let's just go into this. So I want to mention this right off, is that I'm having issues with some of the pieces being stuck together, which I'm just worried that it's going to like pill up or like break the layers. So I'm trying to be very delicate, but there are some that are really wedged in there. Like this one here, I definitely heard some like ripping because it's kind of getting caught on the top layers. So I'm trying to do my best, but oh, okay, I got it. I wanted to mention that. I'm not sure if that's going to be a common theme, but so far it's happened a couple of times. Alright, so here is the first puzzle, and I have a lot of thoughts, so let's just go first with the pro. I love the image, it's super cute. Love the little gingerbread house with the library sign, and I'm excited to see what other images are there because I feel like I'm really going to enjoy the artwork. I also enjoy that it is portable, like separately from the box, which would be great if you are maybe traveling, or if you maybe don't have a lot of time in the evening to do an advent calendar but you do have a lunch break. I could definitely see me bringing this with me if I was to go to work and had like a quick little break or a lunch break. I would have definitely done this when I worked in an office setting, but so I do like that it is portable. Maybe if you're getting it for a student, they may be able to do it between classes or on the bus. I remember I had a very long bus ride, so this would have been perfect. So I love that it is portable aside from it being in the box. It's completely removable, which I really enjoy. As far as the things that don't quite work for me, it's definitely the piece size. Now, this may be good or bad depending on what you are wanting. If you are wanting more pieces, this is great because you have 150 pieces each day. That's 3,600 pieces for the month of December, which is amazing. Like, you're definitely getting a lot of pieces. But for me, the size is just a little too small for an everyday. Now, I do like doing micro puzzles and such on occasion, but I do also have some gripping issues and some achiness, especially when it's raining, which is pretty much all the time when you're in Washington during the winter. And so I had noticed when doing this one today, I had to take quite a few breaks because it was hard for me to grab these pieces. And I also, with these types of smaller pieces, there's not a lot of variation in the little nubbins. So there's a lot of false fits, especially since there's like this one middle section, but everything else is just like pink or white. And so I did notice that I had a lot of false fits, and which made it difficult for me to remove the pieces from each other. So for me, I would have preferred fewer bigger pieces, so maybe even like half the size, maybe a 70-piece puzzle each day. It would also help with time commitment. Maybe the 150 pieces is quite large for you. So I think for me, a larger piece but smaller piece count would have been preferable. But totally up to you of what you think is the value for you. But for me, some days I just can't do this small of a piece. But I am curious to see if the grid pattern is the same, because I have noticed that in the past with advent calendars, they just keep it simple, just use the same grid pattern for every single image. For me, that is not a big issue because I'm not going by the grid, I am going by the actual artwork. But I am just curious to see if that's the route they went. I did the second day. As you can see, completely different image, definitely more of like a scene. We have this lady with an umbrella looking at some Christmas books, which is super cute. Has a little bookstore sign at the top. So love the artwork. Like, the artwork is definitely winning me over right now. Here is the box for this one. So it's this really beautiful box. This one is called Window Shopping, And I will also mention that it is the same exact cut. So the grid here is the exact same, which again for me, not a big deal, but maybe you're wanting a little bit more variation. Now let's just go over some other artwork that is in the box, just because since the pieces are all the same, I'm not going to do every single one, but I am curious to see what other type of artwork is there, just to show you what you can expect. So let's just see what else is available. So I pulled up the next 12 puzzles just to see if there's any similarities, things that jumped out to me, maybe some trends. And here are my thoughts. There's a lot of puzzle images where it's just one thing with a background, which is cute. For me, I do think it could be a little annoying if it's like a bigger background, and since there are some false fit issues, might be frustrating. And for me, it's kind of just a little repetitive. We have just, I mean, they're different items, but I feel like the concept is very similar. However, you do on occasion, maybe every 4 or 5, you have like a scene. And this is where I feel like they shine, because we have this really cute, like, here's a beach scene with a book out. We have a little library here. I have this one, which is like a little cookbook, and I love those type of images. So I do think the artwork is really pretty. I think variation is good, but I do feel like there could have been a little bit more. But I do like the images. Now I also took out day 24, because for me, I feel like advent calendars can go either way. They can either fizzle out because they ran out of ideas, or they can go out with a bang and day 24 is like the day you're working up towards. So I took out day 24, and I will say it's my favorite out of all of them. So they definitely do a great job at kind of like ending with a good note. And this one here is so cute. It's called Cozy Christmas Eve, and it is adorable. We have this lovely little living room scene. We have a dog, we have a cat, we have the Christmas tree scene, and I love this. So this would definitely give me like all the cozy vibes on Christmas Eve. So I definitely think this is such a great image to end on, because I feel like if it ended up with like a snow globe, then it would have been like, oh, that was fun. But this is like giving me all the Christmas feels. All right, I am back. Here is the Reverie advent calendar, and I feel like I have a good idea of what is included. I will say for this one, packaging, 10 out of 10. Super cute. Love the removable, travel-friendly little puzzles, especially if you are someone like me. There's a lot happening in the holidays. Sometimes you don't have time to like spend a little time at night to do your puzzle. You can bring it with you wherever you're going. Maybe you're traveling, maybe you're just at work. So I do like that you can like do it other places. As I mentioned, I do think the puzzle pieces are a little bit on the small side, but that is exactly what I bought. I knew I was getting micro puzzles, and I do think it is super cute. Love that I can do it again for next year. So as far as is it worth the cost, because it is quite pricey, I'm going to lean in and say yes, because you do get a lot of pieces. The artwork is really cute, and it's something that you can use year after year. It's not a one and done situation where you have done all the punch outs and you're gonna have to like rebag it to use in future uses. This you can either do again next year or the year after that. Like some of my advent calendars I have had for a few years, and I love that I can go back to them and just redo them for the holidays as like a little tradition. Or if you are maybe wanting it to do it for yourself this year, you have other puzzle friends or family members that may also enjoy this, you can also gift it again in the future. So I think it is super cute. I'm happy that I was able to experience it. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. Again, stay tuned for the future video where I'm going to compare this to other ones in all different price points, so you can have a better idea of like which would be best for your budget. And I will be having a ton more advent calendar videos coming very soon, so I hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys!